Year is 2030, Ipswich Town are in the Premier League, and I am continuing my FM23 save. This is a video diary of me playing Football Manager and my progress. I didn't actually record my progress in FM23, but I feel like now would be a good time to basically start recording my progress on YouTube. So we're 10, 11 games into the season. We're sitting in 7th. We're in a financially stable position with a transfer budget remaining of 118 million. Finances are sitting at 90 million. So obviously we won't be spending all of that 118. The transfer window is currently closed. Squad is looking relatively strong. I mean, this is our main player. Who really, it's very strange actually, but so this is during FM23, but one minute he was sort of 3-star, the next minute it felt like overnight he became like an elite player. So he's definitely our captain. He's wanted by Tottenham, but he doesn't even want to go there. So if I go here, Ruggiero closed a huge transfer deal. Tottenham sources are, however, concerned that Ruggiero is not interested in a move. Now, I think that's largely because Tottenham are not even in Europe at all. Whereas we are in the Champions League as things stand. We've got a pretty difficult group. Truth be told, I expect us to drop into the Europa. We got a really tough draw of Lyon, Basel, Monaco, Inter, Porto, Olympiacos, Juventus, Bayern. I mean, that is a harsh draw. And so, yeah, I mean, look, we lost against Lyon. We got a decent win against Basel, and we drew against Monaco. So we'll have to take it, but I mean, that is a tough draw. I think we can all agree on that one. So with that in mind, I guess it's on to Southampton. Here's the squad I'm looking to take. I'm actually going to go a little bit more defensive. Now, Southampton seem to be our bogey side. And with that in mind, I feel like I need to be a little bit more defensively minded than maybe I would have liked to have been. Like sitting 10th in the league, we're playing at home. We should be looking to kind of blow them away. But if you look at the previous meetings, you will see that we've got a really crap record against them. Like that's probably one of the worst records that we've got. So with that in mind, we're going to be a little bit more cautious than what we usually are. So I'm going to go vertical tiki-taka. I'm going to have Aisio as a deep line playmaker. I'm going to have my boy Ruggiero as a Mazzala in support, which is basically his best role. So we're kind of playing to his strengths. And it's a difficult one with Prodan. He will come good, but he's just not quite ready. He's actually an advanced playmaker, really. And I'm trying to teach him to play this deeper role. So if we take Prodan out, I don't know if to play Beltramini or Galixon. Well, let's at least put Galixon in the matchday squad. Beltramini's been in good form. We'll go Beltramini. He deserves it. Italian wonder kid apparently, but yeah, he's not progressing as well as we'd hoped, and might be one to move on in the summer. And Aisio as well. I don't know why. Okay. Well, we're going to keep him as a deep line playmaker for now. And when's the game? 2 days' time. So it's Kaki, who I like to refer to as Cake, because who doesn't love cake? Ordonez, James, Ruggiero, Beltramini, Aisio, Pedroni, Ramos, Semedo, Queluz. And I mean, if you look at the age profile, that's, I guess, the only other thing to show you is that this team in a couple of years' time are going to be pretty amazing if they kick on. Right, well, let's come back on match day and hope we don't get any injuries. Okay, so this is pretty good news, but in the Young Player of the Month, we have 3 players. Kundumi, who's our goalkeeper, Beltramini and Ordonez all achieving in the top 3. So let's congratulate Ordonez. Pleased for you, bro. And yeah, I forgot to mention that our stadium, although it's only 32,914, it's the Bobby Robson Stadium now because we've moved from Portman Road. It's actually being expanded, so it will be at the beginning of next season 52,000, which I think I can show you. Yeah, so 12,270 state capacity expansion. So that will actually be, yeah, currently reduced by 7. So 32 plus the 7 plus the 12. It'll be about 52,000, I worked out when it was initially announced, which is fantastic. I mean, it doesn't quite bring us up there with Arsenal, but it certainly gives us, you know, a decent amount of revenue. Goal of the month as well, Ordonez. I've actually just given him a new contract, forgot to mention that. But he is looking fantastic. So I've just signed him on for a new contract. There's no release clause either, and he's another one that's just had a massive jump. He was like 2.5, and he just seems to have jumped to 4. So pleased with that, pleased for him, and I will give you a quick demonstration of his amazing goal, because why not? Pleased with that. That was in the 2-2 draw with Chelsea. Pedroni's injured, out for 2 days, which is pretty typical. Performance. To be honest, at the moment, I'm not really paying too much attention to that, but you can see the squad harmony is good. Everyone's is very happy. Pedroni, who's just got injured. I didn't realise he was one of the team leaders, but that's good to see. And then training week in review, Neto. So don't think you've trained very well. Glad you understand. Keep working hard to improve. Cheers. Prodan, proud of you. 10 out of 10. Ordonez, not surprised. Pleased with you. And then, yeah, our top striker, Cake. Really pleased for you. Good. So with Pedroni, we're going to have to take him out for Mick Kelly. Mick Kelly's homegrown. He's only 2-star at the moment, but hopefully 18 years of age, he will come good. Lovely view there. So this is the starting lineup. That's more or less full strength. And they've got Baggio, a former player of ours. They're sitting in 10th. They are our bogey side. Make no mistake about it. Let's go. Nice early start. Southampton with the possession. Louise and Elise. Got to get that out. Oh, it's poor. Well done, Jake James. Let's go. Play the ball. Oh, it's poor. Right, Kelly. Well won. James Ruggiero. That's better. Okay. With a nice run. Darnes plays it back to Quellis. I'm not really sure why. Ruggiero. James. Great ball through. Kate. 1-0. Let's go. Let's go. Unless they try and disallow it. It looked on to me. Thank you. 14 minutes in. It's always nice to be beating Southampton. As I say, they are the sort of team that we struggle against. We've got an awful record against them. Jake James gives the ball away. See, I'm not playing a pressing at all. I feel like let them have it rather than let them play through us. Especially now that we're 1-0 up. This can go on forever. That's it. Men behind the ball. Someone's got to go out there though. They're playing ball round well, but I think we're keeping them out okay. They're not exactly playing through us. Yes, they are. Oh, fiddlesticks. Right, that was close. Outs. I'm going to make a slight tweak, just a slight one. So I'm going to play with Darnes as the winger because that's his like favoured attack mode. I'm going to have him cut inside with the ball, which is basically the same as him being an inverted winger. Cool. Southampton won't be taking this line down either. They'll be willing to push back. Semedo, great ball to Ardanes. See what he can do. There you go. Right, Jake James again. Okay, you got lucky there. Ruggiero, best player on the pitch by a country mile. Back, James misses the chance. Yeah, we're loving it. We're loving it. Okay, corner comes in. Ardanes. I thought I said in-swinging corners. He took that with his right. I could have sworn in the set piece I said in swinging corners. Might need to just turn up the speed in between highlights. Just, oh, I have. Okay. I'm going to turn that down for match speed during highlights just a little bit. Going in at half-time 1-0 in these games, particularly in this version, I always struggle with because I feel like it sets us up for a bit of a fall. Like, we're doing well but can definitely find another gear. I find every time I use that, we fall apart. So, I'm going to say I'm pleased. We'll have to see. Certainly first. Ardanes. Been the best. I think he's been man of the match so far. It seems every highlight that I've seen has involved him. He is on a yellow though. Taking your time. We know he can score free kicks. He got goal of the third best goal of the month. Yeah, third. He came third in goal of the month, didn't he? And that wasn't a bad effort. I must admit, a win against Southampton, to me anyway, would be progress. Ardanes, ball in. Recycle. Good. Beltramini. Ardanes. Go on, hit it. Oh. He's got a goal in him, I think. Like, 6.5 is his rating. I think he's been bloody brilliant personally. And Jake James, from what I've seen, is the one who's been playing poorly. So I'm not sure I agree with the player ratings there. Leading the XG. This is the sort of game that they get a sucker punch. Do we get some fresh legs on? Quelu's apparently not playing particularly well. Or Darnes? I disagree. But he is getting tired now and he's on a yellow. Okay, okay. So, Webber's injured. Biro can play out on the right, so I guess we'll give Biro a go. Beltramini, you've done fantastically, but you can come off for Gullikson. That's just a bit more experience coming on. Mick Kelly, see, I can't bring on. I could bring on Pedrini, but he was injured. Tight calf a day, yeah. We won't risk him. We won't risk him. Mick Kelly's not doing too badly. Quelu's for Neto, maybe? I like to use up all 5 subs, but we'll do Ramos for Passos as well. Cool, if we can hold on to this win. Good lord. Right, final sub. Who are we going to do? I don't like taking off players even how they are. Well, I'm not taking off Kelly for obvious reasons that I don't want to injure Pedroni. IECO is pretty much like our rock. I would like to see Rogerio. Gomez for James, maybe, even though he is playing well. Rogerio, we can't afford to take him off, really, because that's you're asking for an equaliser then. Pedroni, tight calf a day. I tell you what, we'll bring. I know I said I weren't going to do it, but it's for the sake of 15 minutes. Can grind out that win. It's looking good. Show a bit of encouragement. And we'll swap the mentality down to balanced. 84 minutes. Jake James, Pedroni in his tight calf. Passos, another sub. Ruggiero out to Jake James, who's apparently had an amazing game. Pedroni picks up the ball. Jake James has just got injured. Pedroni, ball in, no one in there. AECO, Gullikson, Ruggiero, get in. That's 2-0, game over. Bit worried about Jake James. Hopefully he can play on one leg for the remainder of the games. I think my final sub. But yeah, we'll take that. And I might as well put my laptop on charge. Would be a good one to do. What? That makes no sense. So you're telling me that makes no sense. James went down injured, and you're telling me he's injured. Cake's injured. But he's the one that went down. What is it anyway? Injured in the 91st minute, potential knee injury. Okay. Potential knee injury, huh? Will do. Is that for now? I don't understand that because it was Jake James who went down injured. So I don't know how you've come to that conclusion. But we should be able to limp through this game. And it looks like Mika Beereth is going to get some game time now. That's annoyed me, that has. 96 minutes. Just blow the whistle, ref. Where's the whistle, ref? 96 minutes gone. What is this? Keeper? No. Good jump. Oh, sod off. Absolutely sod off. It's 96th minute. 97. Peter Banks blows the whistle. Yeah, you tried. You tried. Tried to wait for them to get an equaliser. Right, what's wrong with Keke anyway, or Cake? Yeah, of course, we've got Inter coming up. It'll be sort of like 5, 6, 7 days. What a guess, eh? What a guess. Well, anyway, that was a good result. Pleased with that. And we move on to the next game.